you fought one of them.
いや、ほんと大変だ
Almost
った。
didn't make it.
普通に死んでるな。
Always seems quieter
バ
when
ベ
it
ーナ。
snows.
名前までわかるんだ。
Whatever the rebels did, it took down our shield.
なんか電流でオーバーロード
Why
さ
was
せた
she
みたいな
here?
印象だったけど。
I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
俺も気になる。
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
喋ってるうちに無線データ消えたんだが。これだ。
What?
Hello, Verbena. What do you have for me?
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset. Can we call off this pointless search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
基地があるんだな。綺麗な服だな。本当に傷というかシワ一つない。で、光線場所を調べる。やっぱあれ気になるよな。で、下へ。そんなもんか。あそこにあるのは別に物資とかだもんね。
Forge's breath. What a mess.
あれぐらいかな。おし、行こう。お、ちょっと待って。お予測できなかったな、今の挙動は。なんだどっちに行くんだ。普通に登りたいんだけど。登れた。オッケー。
Send this to my stash.
で、こちら側に死体がありまして。
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the
これ
weapons
絶
somewhere
対サイ
else.
レンス絡みでしょう。遠隔測定ログ。自爆？なんだ、自爆開始ってどういうことだ。この武器自爆したの？
Our weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
まあ雪出してすぐ冷えるでしょう。あれもあったわ。あれなんだ。距離が遠い。あっちの死体調べてからにしよう。野営道具だった。
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area?
なるほど。来るって知ってたのかな、バベーナとかが。で、あとはこの機械かな。あ、なんだっけ、そう、スペクターだ。わあ、また綺
The
麗なデ
Spectre
ザイン
had
してるな。
instructions to
資産の
assist
回収
recovery
支
of
援。
the asset. I wonder what this
Ah,
asset
yeah.
is.
Gonna kill you.
All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Aaron.
素材ちょうだい。素材ちょうだい。ごめんね。
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up,
あ、やっぱそうなんだ。
all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
どうかな、自爆って書いてたんだ
She
よな。
was searching for something she'd lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
バールの方は何か収穫あったかな。なんか入り口とか見つけてくれてたらすごい助かる。あ、てか入り口ありそう。救難信号の座標。ああ、洞窟だ。
That's a long way down.
Isn't that tunnel straight down into the mountain? Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Errand, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
仲間がいるっていいな。頼りになる。よし、降りてみるか。よいしょ。
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
そうなんですよ。
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
あり得る。それは十分にあり得る。てかすごいな、掘り方。自分の求めるところまで一直線で掘ってる。恐ろしい。こっち側は何があるの。電流だらけで危なそう。特に何もなさそうかな。うい。マジで何もなかった。何スペースここ。バル。この物資があるぐらいか。進もう。開いてる。
Looks like some kind of data center.
本当だ。
I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
テキストログだ。ストレージユニットへアクセス、データ転送開始、処理を停止、フュージョンリアクター、スタンバイモード中、ダウンロード開始、送信開始、送信先。はあ、なんかどこかに送信されてないか。大丈夫なのか、送信して。これは触れない。こんなもんかな。これはなんだ。送信機。送信機。うわっ、絶対ゼニス製
Never
だ。
seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
調べてみよう。アクセス装置を使いましょう。
This was a Far Zenith research lab.
ファーゼニスの
Looks
研
like a
究
lot
所。
of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
なんか政権みたいでかっこいいよね。
So Eleuthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset?
ゼニス内でも派閥が分かれてるとか。
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
そうだね。
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
スペクターとかいたらちょっと
Or
しんど
anything
い。
you can blow up.
毎回何か爆発させたいみたいな言い方やめてもらえます？間違っちゃいないけど。特になんか無線のデータスポットとかもなさげだな。結構いろんなとこに続いてるな。あ、でもこっちは行き止まりかな。あ、いやそんなことない。困ったな。行けるところが多いぞ。時計がいっぱい落ちてる。バルバル バールそこ邪魔。
This place is
うわー広い。
some kind of storage room, maybe.
なんだここ。
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
なるほど。
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
オッケー。
So,
こっち側でしょ絶対。
how is Erend
そう。
taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot.
まあそうね。
But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure. The control
本当にありが
console
たい。
to access the storage units.
Can it
Also,
tell us if the
なんか開いたり
asset
す
is
る
in
のかな。
one of them?
Well, let's find out.
これだよね。あ、違う？違いそう。こっちか。操作盤を調べる。コードを入力ときましたか。コードはですね、わからないよ。
236 containers in storage.
待て
Please
よ。
enter the container number you'd like
これ
to
ガ
retrieve.
イアのところであった237じゃない。
236?
そう。
Is there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
いやそうなんですよ。237なんですよ。うわー合ってた。おいおいおいおい237個目なんか記憶力がいいな。普段の私には珍しい。
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsineth. They are ruthless, and they have Aletheia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
ベータが仲間になった。戦いに備えるって言われましてもね、どうすればいいんですか。何も聞かないでしょう。まあ罠ちょっと仕掛けておくか。衝撃の罠とかにしておくか。
Here it comes!
早くないかな。そしてもうバレてるね。あ、一応攻撃は効くん
Ooh,
だ。
ugly one, aren't you?
よし、まずはちょっと見させてもらおう。かっこいい。高度に改良された移動式戦闘ドローン。金の装甲のような板、非常に危険な武器に変形可能で、撃ち落としても重力システムによって復元する。なんだって 酸のダメージとプラズマダメージなるものが効く。どうしよっかな。ナノプレート。うえい、ちょっと待ってくれ。間違えた。わお、
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
あぶねえ。遠くに行ったと思った。残念。よいしょ。なんか1個取れた。いいね。あ、やばい、尻尾が来る。
That thing's quick.
本当に勘弁してくれ。弱点命中。でブラストショットもいけるでしょう。くらえ。いいね、非常にいい。ブラストショットは今は無理だろう。ちょ、あれ復元してる。あぶねえ。いやー、アウトだ。ダメか。もうちょいなんだからな。いってー、やってくれる。わお、上からちょっと弱点を。ああ、もうハイライトされてない。いや、ハイライトされてる。よし、どんどん作っていこう。わい、危ない。お、もう死んでもいいんじゃないかな。もう一回ブラストショットが使える。いった、ちょっと待って、これで終わりだ。よし、うわー、強っ。
Are you okay, Aloy?
なんとか。
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
もう一体倒さんとあかん。
I'll follow once the coast is clear.
なんとしても連れて帰らなきゃな。
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other specter. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
頼むぞエレンド、無事でいてくれよ。スパイクも作っておこう。属性的にはあんま効かんだろうけど。で義勇ゲージも溜まってるから、スパイクを打ち終わったら義勇ゲージでダメージを溜めて。はい、
Aaron!
今行く。
And the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
待ってろ。
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
もう近くまで来た。
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron,
da?
I'm here.
いた。
Watch out. That thing shoots down the
Shield's down. It's on. Stay put.
あ、
See
くそ。
what I can do.
I'm there.
I'm winded.
な、
I
何
need to get my stamina back.
なんてこった。
I'm coming for you next. Not beer, but it'll do.
とりあえず部品を全部タグ付けしておけば後で困ることもないだろう。このね罠もね結構効くでしょう。うわあ、罠壊さないでね。君のために用意したんだから。飛び越してきただとやろう。頭の回るやつだ。あ、しかもまだ壊れた。もう待て待て待て、義勇どうやって使うんだっけ。これだ、反撃隊。よし、だから上からの矢は当たったぞ。 れあいつ電撃もちょっと食らってんな。あ、くそ、勇気が切れた。あれどこに当たってるじゃあ電撃食らうんなら罠も作ってみよう。なんで飛び越してくるんだ。ダメージこれ弱点当たってんのかな。いやプラズマのね弾をぜひともちょっと用意してこなきゃいけないな、ファーゼニス用に。多分これからも使うんでしょう。ういやってくれる。多分この雷の罠も効きそうなんだよな普通に。おおちょっと待って、効いてないか。効いてなさそうだな。やばいな、なんかはめてる。あれさっきから矢がまっすぐ飛んでない気がする。よいしょ。スパイクスローワーもたまった。いいね。よしオッケー。スパイクスローワー強っ。あ、武器が出てきた。
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
そうだね。ぜひともちょっとスペクターの素材とかもちょっと回収したいんだけど、それは無理なのかな。
Oh, this snow's coming
あれ
down
どこ行っ
heavy.
た。あ、いやいけるぞ。スペクター回収できる。ラベジャーの循環装置とかに変更されるんだ。あれってかもう一体どこだ。あっちか。いやー強かった。黒焦げの武器を調べる。もう大丈夫かな。大丈夫そう。さっきは熱くて触れなかったから。ああそんな。
Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you are...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface. All so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
なんだと、今の一瞬でめちゃくちゃな情報が開示されたぞ。うわー、ちょっと一個一個聞いてこう。
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb?
アーロイと似た者
The
同士だ
Zeniths
な。
had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Farrow purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge just out of reach must have been frustrating. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it?
They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
うわー面白すぎてちょっと一気に聞いちゃった。うわーすげえ。ガイアというかこのベータが仲間になってくれたのか今回。やば。
Alright, I think that's enough for now. Do you
もう姉妹じゃん。そしたらこの二人
How
は。
long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
まだ結構かかると思う
Did you
な。
know optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location. Of course not.
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone.
I'm gonna die. Hey, calm down.
You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
バールと話したら落ち着きそう。
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
うわー、いやすごいな。一気にいろんなことが分かったな。でベータはちょっと悲観的になってるけど、正直そんなに悲観的にはならないでいいと思うな。そもそもハデスだって本来は倒すこと無理だったはずなんだし。ああ気になる気になるけどな。ちょっと後にしよう。ああ気になる一応作ってたらよそでやれってこれでベータとエレンドが仲良くなったらめっちゃおもろいな。ただいま。いろいろと話したいことが。
I see we have a new guest. So now we know the
そう
origin
なん
of
で
the
すよ。闘技場
transmission.
に行きたかっただけなのにな。
I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment. I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
だと思った。
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The two remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Silen's weapon. And now there's
もう一人の自分。
another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
よし、これでようやく行けるぞ。闘技場に行ってこようかな。